Hey guys, what is up? We are back finally. Sorry for the super long break. Had a lot of things going on personally, business-wise, everything else. As you might notice, we are no longer at Four Horsemen, but we're back in the old shop. We did a little bit of rebranding. We're now Layton Customs instead of Elite Vinyl Works. Yeah, a lot of changes have happened. A lot of things that kind of put the whole videos back on back burner. So lesson learned, never partner. But that's not the focus of today's video. Today's video is all about this. So this car right here, you might recognize it as my 2014 Grand Cherokee Limited. And it looks like nothing has changed, right? I mean, from the last videos, really not much has changed. But this Jeep has pretty much been gone for about a year now. I sent it to someone because I just didn't have the time to do this Jeep myself. And lesson learned, he took a lot longer than I did, and it still doesn't run right. So I put, what, $45,000 into this Jeep, like insane amounts of money into this Jeep, and it still doesn't run right. But yeah, let's check out under the hood, because that's where most of this money went. So here we have forged pistons and crank with power adder rods, stroker kit to 392, with the Texas Speed stage 4 cam, a RIP supercharger with the Vortec V3 SI supercharger, Holley sniper intake, API crank balancer, high performance coils, just kind of the whole gambit, right? So this engine builder, he like I said, took a lot longer than planned. Tried to get emissions done. He turned the EGR off, obviously. So the EGR on these is ran by the camshaft. We obviously put a limiter on this one, so that's no longer operable, but he turned it off instead of like doing some fine tuning to make it work. So I can't even get this Jeep emissioned right now. I ended up buying an HP tuner dongle and going through and turning the camshaft back on with different values so that I can get it emissioned. But I had my catch can, which he said wasn't right, so he replaced it with another one, and I'm still getting oil in my intake. You'd think as an engine builder and high performance engine builder, this guy would know this stuff, but like, I don't know, it's just cheap to me. A lot of cheap stuff done, cheap. He said my injectors weren't good, so he added his own 80-pound injectors, so charged me for those. Ended up charging me a ton of money, and right now, as long as like you ease into it real smooth and stuff, the Jeep will go. Like, it drives, daily drives fine. But the second you want to use any of that power, it misfires. Not to mention, when he was doing the dyno pull, he blew the rear main seal out. So there's obviously some positive crankcase pressure issues with it as well. And I got some parts coming and stuff that I'm going to do myself. This thing's never going back to that shop again. Just, I can't do it. Can't do without my Jeep. Can't do without seeing work done. This Jeep sat there for probably 6 months before he touched it. So I dropped it off in January 2023. He said it'd be done by March 2023. It's now December. I got it back about a week and a half ago. Yeah, that's not acceptable. You don't do that to customers. And the Jeep just sat there for 3 months before he even touched it. So a lot of disappointment, a lot of frustration. Another thing is he quoted me one number and then Basically increased it 50% by the time my final bill came through. Just real shady stuff. I'm not going to say the name of the shop because it's done. Just stay away from Clearfield, Utah. If you know performance shops up there, just stay away. But yeah, we're going to move on. We're going to fix this thing right. We're going to do it in-house now and set aside some time from working on customer stuff to work on my own to get this thing dialed in right. So hopefully next year we'll be going to these cars and coffees and showing people that little old 5.7 can womp on some Hellcats. But yeah, lesson learned. I won't be doing that again. I recommend, if you can do the work yourself, do it yourself, even if you're busy and just don't have the time. My experience is I would have had it done faster, cheaper, and probably been running right. But so if you guys like this stuff and want to see some more cool stuff done to this Jeep, because I have a bunch more stuff coming for it already, stay tuned and follow me along to see what this Jeep turns out to be my Trackhawk Killer.